Josh and Alex bring the fire, no doubt. Fun facts roaring, making headlines shout. Sports pro wrestling with a punch and a spin. Warrior fuel coursing through their skin. Headlines screaming hot off the press. Facts and figures they never second guess. Cutting through the noise, sharp as a knife. Slash tracks news, it's more than just life. Slash tracks coming at you full speed, no brakes. Horror in action, they're raising the stakes. Jumping Jeff says, yup, you don't wanna miss. Tony laughs hard, this is pure bliss. Slash tracks ready, set, let's go.
Good afternoon and welcome to episode number 7 of Slash Trax Action News Express-ish. I'm Alex Vanover. Josh LaRue is out on assignment today. He will be back in the Slash Trax Network studios next week. Big opportunity, I think, for Jumpin' Jeff or Tony to step in and be a co-host today. So I'm going to take this opportunity to I'm going to ask Tony if he'd like to be my co-host today. Hey, Tony, would you like to co-host the show today?
Here's Tony the Spider.
If you people only knew.
Yeah, I would like to know. That's why I asked you. This is your big opportunity, and you blew it. Holy moly. Great work, Tony. Excellent way to step up when the network needs you. You're putting out freaking hit songs and jams on the channel and starting hotlines, but you can't help me out when I need you to host. So that's great. Very cool. Let's waste no more time. Let's get into the nice comment for the episode. Took a while for review, but loved it. Wheelchair guy? ? Come on, Alex, write the names down. And that's from our friend Jonathan Lamacag, and he left his comment down below of Slash Trax Saturday Mornings Back in the Saddle Part 2 Extreme Ghostbusters. Jonathan, as I've told you, that was the first time I've ever seen that episode, and that was my second time ever watching Extreme Ghostbusters. I like the show; it's good, but I wasn't watching it during its first run, so this is all new to me, and I didn't have Garrett's name memorized yet. So, pretty sure wheelchair guy's name is Garrett. So, there you go. Jeff, Jumpin' Jeff. Should I write the names down in the future when I'm doing Slash Trax Saturday Mornings reviews?
Yep.
All right, Slashaholics, there you have it. Got to start writing the names down in the future for Slash Trax Saturday Mornings. Jumpin' Jeff says, yep, got to do it. You know what? Let's get into today's show sponsor. And they were so generous to buy some showtime today with the network, and let's see what the fine folks at this wonderful company has to offer the Slashaholics and Slashketeers today.
I was overweight and looked terrible, but AIDS helped me lose 46 pounds.
The AIDS diet plan helped me lose 28 pounds.
AIDS helps control your appetite so you lose weight, yet AIDS lets you taste, chew, and enjoy. And the appetite suppressant in AIDS is not a stimulant.
AIDS helped me to lose 18 pounds, and it doesn't contain anything to make me nervous.
Question: why take diet pills when you can enjoy AIDS? AIDS helps you lose weight without making you jittery.
Watching CNN last week, you examined the deadly flaws of this aircraft. You joined 4 newsmen in remembrance of Frank Reynolds. You debated the censure of 2 congressmen. This week, get the facts about AIDS. A CNN special report.
Well, you heard it right there, right here, folks. We better all rush out and go get some AIDS. Sounds like it's pretty good for your health, your vitality. It'll help every aspect of your life, physically, mentally. We better go out and buy some AIDS today. Thank you to the fine folks of AIDS for sponsoring today's show. Let's get into some fun facts. All right, Slashaholics. President Jimmy Carter accidentally left nuclear codes in his jacket which he then sent to the dry cleaners. Why did he have the nuclear codes in his jacket in the first place? Aren't these supposed to be under like lock and key, or at the very least guarded at all times by the Secret Service or like military personnel? I understand he's the president and they get the access to the keys, to the codes and stuff, but like, why is he just toting these around like Tootsie Roll wrappers? Like, what's the deal here? Wallet, keys, no cell phone back when he was president, Bazooka Joe gum, Big League Chew gum, maybe some Tootsie Rolls, whatever he's got, some change, nuclear codes. This is a bad look. Thank God it wasn't the dry cleaners on Seinfeld when they started wearing Jerry's jacket and his clothes whenever he'd bring them down to the dry cleaners. They would have found those codes for sure. But I don't think they were found. I think Jimmy must have had a senior moment and remembered that he left the codes to the nuclear weapons in his dry cleaning. Slashaholics, what's some things that you've left in your pockets that you've accidentally washed or sent to dry cleaning? I know that I'm the king of like leaving napkins or tissue, or I don't know that I've ever really left money, but I've definitely like destroyed loads of clothes in the dryer with napkins from work or pieces of paper towel. I am the king of that. What's some stuff you left? Leave it in the comments below. All right, second and last fun fact. This is a pretty interesting one. In the past, a tradition known as the bedding ceremony took place during a marriage. In this ceremony, the bride and groom were placed together in a marital bed in front of several witnesses. So if you're like the best man or the maid of honor, do you go to the bridal ceremony? Do you have to step in, step up to the plate if the groom or bride can't perform? This is seriously an interesting, I guess, to make sure they consummate the wedding. So if you accepted being a groomsman or a best man or a maid of honor, this is a very serious job, and you better not take this decision lightly. I can only imagine in the comments, it's like, all right, let's get this show on the road. Let's get going. We got the father-daughter dance after this. We've got some things to do. Cupid Shuffle is coming on pretty soon. The DJ is gonna be playing that. Let's move it along. That's crazy that they would have people at the bedding ceremony to make sure that the bride and groom consummated the wedding, to make sure it was legal. That's insane. Let's go to the Trax Health Corner. Very important exercise I want all the slashaholics and slashketeers to start incorporating into their everyday life. Let's check it out.
Place your hands next to you on the mat and begin a very gentle bouncing up and down. As you get better, lift one leg up, and as it tires, alternate legs. And simply bounce, holding it there, and just simply bounce. When you get to a more advanced degree, you can lift both legs up and put your body into a V shape.
And simply bounce. What is this lady? This lady's just making up exercises that don't do anything. She's just bouncing on her little mini trampoline. She probably had it in her house, and she's like, I got to get rid of this. My kids have grown up. What can I do with this thing? I'm either donating it to Goodwill, or I'm starting an exercise program with it. And simply bounce. This is what happens when people have too much time on their hands. They make podcasts and pretend like they're the news, or they create trampoline exercise videos in their living room. Let's get into Trax Sports. Here's a fun fact. This is from our guy Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan's ERA was 3.09 the year the Beatles' White Album came out. So the Beatlemania's full effect. Nolan Ryan, I believe, was a rookie in 1969, so I don't know if it was 69 or the early 70s when the White Album came out, but Nolan Ryan had a very solid 3.09 earned run average, which slashaholics, that's a great ERA to have if you're a pitcher. You don't give up a lot of runs. His ERA when Nirvana released Nevermind was even better at 2.91. And I believe Nevermind came out in 1991. So we've got a 3-decade difference, and he got better after 3 decades. Mind you, most baseball players don't even last 5 years in the big leagues. he was dominating from the 60s through the 70s, 80s, and into the 90s. So just an incredible, crazy fact about his longevity and how good he was for such, I mean, just how good he was to begin with and how good he was for so long. Nolan Ryan's the man. Second sports story. Now this one is ridiculous. A man ordered a Kim Hyun-soo jersey, and he's a Korean baseball player, and he specified to the people he was ordering it from that he wanted Kim Hyun-soo's name to not be in English letters, but in Korean letters on the back of the jersey. And the company sent it to him like this. It doesn't say his name, it just says Korean letters. That is crazy. That is so ridiculous. They must have had Ron Burgundy working for the jersey company that day, because they took that completely literally, word for word. Crazy. Let's get into, this is very important. This is a brand new segment. Josh and I are going to start having a Slash Trax Rock Music Minute. And it could be anything related to rock music or rap music or anything. But today is from the Satanic Panic era of music. And this is, I think, the TBN network or like the Dove network or some Christian network in the 80s. But let's go to our first ever Slash Trax Rock Music Minute.
Start. Okay.
I heard something there.
All right, listen for I Live with Satan, exactly. You might want to turn it up just a little out here on the floor.
Did you hear that?
I Live with Satan. Listen again. Okay.
As I live with
How
Satan.
many in the audience heard that? All right.
Now let's get that vote on videotape here. How many actually heard that? All right.
All right. Let's go on. All right. Try another piece. This is something I found the other day. See if you hear The Lord Turn Me Off.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Lord. The audience is voting here. They're hearing it.
Let's go on.
Is this a real thing? This is what they're doing? Instead of trying to bring people to the Lord, they're playing albums backwards and trying to find secret messages from Satan or from the rock bands to Satan. This is what they're doing with their time. This is where all these donated dollars that they're begging for constantly for private jets and new hairdos and new dresses and tuxedos and tailored suits are going to. They're not trying to save the viewers. They're trying to play these records backwards. This is crazy. This reminds me, first of all, this is ridiculous. And number two, this reminds me of when I was a kid, and I remember my mom was just like so against, like, not against it all the time, because sometimes she'd be against it, sometimes she'd be for it, but like He-Man, she didn't like He-Man because Skeletor knew magic, and just Dungeons and Dragons, was from the devil. Any Ghostbusters, anything that was harmless and innocent, she'd try to twist it that it was somehow I was working with the devil in my bedroom while I was playing with my action figures or watching cartoons. Just nuts. This is an example of taking things a little bit too far. Just crazy that they were doing that on TBN. Let's get into Slash Trax Wrestling. So this is a really fun story. This is interesting. I like this. The total package, Lex Luger, is officially going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. So, of course, he's going to be part of the class that gets inducted around WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes surprised him when he was having one of his workouts with DDP. Diamond Dallas Page is working with Lex Luger to try to get him walking again, because Lex Luger, I don't know if you guys know, Slashaholics, had a spinal stroke, and he's been partially paralyzed for a very long time now. He's lost all of his muscle. Just a shell of his former self. But what's crazy about this is we're talking about TBN being phonies, you know, listening to devil music backwards and stuff. Lex Luger appears to be the real deal, Slashaholics. He professes faith in God, and from everything we've heard about him in the past and all the stuff that happened with Miss Elizabeth, with her death under kind of weird circumstances, and Lex was very much involved. He looks to be a changed person. Like, he's no longer cocky. He's no longer arrogant. He seems like he has time for everybody. He's nice. He's, I would even say charismatic, which is what he didn't really have before. That was kind of a knock on him. He's thankful for every day he has. On Twitter, he always thanks God for another day. This is a true comeback story, and I'm absolutely here for it. And us at the Slash Trax Network, we salute Lex Luger for making a comeback in life. This is truly well-deserved, and I hope that AEW allows Sting to induct him into the Hall of Fame. I think that would be a really nice gesture and a cool moment. All right, hey, Slashaholics, now it's time. SlashTrax2020@gmail.com. If you have any stories you want us to cover in the future, if you have any comments, concerns, questions for Josh and I, maybe Jumpin' Jeff, maybe Tony the Spider, you want to talk to the Country Harvest or the buffet guy, Carvin guy, maybe we can work that out. Do you have any suggestions for future episodes, topics you'd like us to cover, cartoons you'd like us to review on Slash Trax Saturday morning, movies you'd like us to riff, anything you'd like to talk to us about, SlashTrax2020@gmail.com. We respond to every email. We read every email. Why are you waiting? Just do it. Just do it. Hey, second and most important, but well, the Lex Luger wrestling story is the most important, but this is typical Slash Trax wrestling news fashion. Here we go. Hulk Hogan has been accused of leaving fans stranded at a beer tour event for Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer. Hogan allegedly left the event early and unannounced. The event was in Montgomery, New York at the ShopRite. So Hogan was peddling his beer at another grocery store or some place in New York. Hogan decided to dip, pulled a Houdini, decided he was not going to put the crowd over this time. He wasn't signing anything. He wasn't kissing any babies, wasn't supporting Trump today, wasn't going to be rifling any beer cans at people's heads. No Hulk Hogan scales were being handed out. Hulk Hogan didn't have time for anything. He must have got a page or something on his beeper, or maybe he got a call. He had a win he had to get back. Maybe there was maybe someone was in the neighborhood that he could go pin really quick, get a win back. Maybe there was someone he could hold down, a future up and coming superstar. He had to go and politic against them. Maybe maybe he had to go bail his son out again. Who knows? Probably had more important things to do. And apparently a lot of the fans were really upset. They had waited a long time that day to see Hulk Hogan, and he just dipped, completely disappeared. Slashaholics, would you be upset if Hulk Hogan, you went to go see him, and he just disappeared, and you took time out of your day to go see him, and he didn't even address the crowd that he was leaving? Why would you expect anything less than this, though? Hulk Hogan, this is his MO. This is who he's turned into. He is a caricature of himself. He's a caricature of a caricature, because Hulk Hogan wasn't even who he was to begin with. He's just getting worse and worse. He's approaching Ric Flair territory. He's going to be, I don't know if he already is, but he might be putting his face on CBD oil and marijuana, THC products pretty soon. I don't know if he is yet or not, but I can see that on the horizon for the Hulkster, for sure. Let's get into some Slash Trax horror. Warner Brothers recently released A Nightmare on Elm Street on 4K ultra high def, both digitally and physically. So it's part of their 40th anniversary celebration for the release of Nightmare on Elm Street, the 1984 classic film. Am I excited about this? No. Do we really need another copy of Nightmare on Elm Street? I'm sure there's a lot of physical media collectors that are absolutely stoked to have this, because the best that we had so far was the Blu-ray collection that you could get at Walmart or Target or whatever, with the horrible cover, and they had DVD screens for some of the movies that didn't even match the actual movie itself. Like, they'd have the Freddy makeup or the Freddy from a different movie on a movie that he wasn't wearing that makeup in. So if you're a fan of those franchises like I am, you can notice it immediately. You're like, oh, that's Dream Master Freddy on top of, Freddy's Dead DVD. That doesn't make sense. So kind of exciting that they have it in 4K ultra high def now, and maybe they have some new behind the scenes footage and special features and stuff. That's cool. I love that kind of stuff. Not necessarily excited to see Marge Thompson get dragged through the front door by Freddy's arm in ultra high def. I'm not excited to see that. I don't want to see everything about that because it was terrible looking when it was released on film in 1984. So do we really need to see that? How the sausage was made even closer? That scene right there almost ruined the entire film for me. And it's a classic film. I love that movie. But not sure we need to see that in all its glory. Speaking of doors, Marge Thompson going through doors, let's go to another new segment. We're going to do Trax How To. So let's check out, what are we doing today? I kind of give you a little teaser right there for Marge Thompson. Let's check out How To Trax How To. All right, so Slashaholics, there you have it. If you didn't know you were going through or opening a door incorrectly, now you know. Knowing is half the battle. So hopefully we have some more amazing how-to tutorial videos in the future on upcoming episodes of Trax Action News. Let's end the show in true Express-ish fashion with a headline. All right. Movie theater sued for airing 30 minutes of ads before a movie. So before the feature presentation, the movie theaters, like if the time on the ticket said we're gonna go see Nightmare on Elm Street at like 3:30, and we show up to the theater, early 3:15, whatever, get our popcorn, milk duds, and stuff. The movie's supposed to start at 3:30. Apparently, the movie didn't start till 4. Counting ads and all the stuff telling you to go to concession stands and all those Coke independent films where they're like, we like Coca-Cola and we made this film for you, and it's just like them drinking a Coke and like eating popcorn. Those suck, by the way. So a movie theater sued for airing 30 minutes of ads before a movie. The plaintiff claims that excessive ads disrupted his schedule and caused undue mental distress. So this guy is a stickler for his schedule, and he's not putting up, he doesn't have time for it. He's not putting up with these ads and these commercials anymore. He is suing the movie theater. He claimed he missed important commitments due to the ads and trailers. So I got a couple thoughts about this. Like, number one, I understand it because like when I go to the movies, it's annoying to see so many ads and so many things for Regal or so many things for whatever Cinemark or whatever theater you're at. They never had those before. They never had commercials before. They do now. That's a recent thing. That's like the last 5 or 6 year thing. And then you've got the trailers, which adds another 15 to 20 minutes. And maybe the trailers suck, so then it's even worse. So we've got that. I totally understand where this gentleman is coming from. On the other hand, if he claims he missed important commitments due to these ads and trailers, why is he scheduling his day so tightly? He has no margin for error. Like, what if it rains? What if he runs into something that he didn't, like, unforeseen circumstance? He's cutting it a little bit tight here, Slashaholics. I think he needs to look into scheduling his day a little bit better. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? But yeah, this is ridiculous. So what I kind of hope happens is I hope he successfully sues this theater and they do cut out the commercials, because if I'm going to the movie theater, I am going to get popcorn. I'm probably going to get a soda. Besides, sodas are kind of a bitch to sneak in anyway. So if I'm sneaking anything into the theater, it's going to be candy. Usually don't sneak the hot dogs in. Those are not a purse situation or a fanny pack situation. Can't really sneak a hot dog in. Can't really sneak popcorn in, obviously. You wouldn't really want to. And soda, unless it's a bottle, it's not really happening. So do we really need all the ads? You're going to the concession stand anyway. Movie theaters, let's get your act together. Josh and I, we're sick of it. Jumpin' Jeff's sick of it. Tony's sick of it. We're all sick of it. And that's the end, man. That's the end of this quick, express-ish action news episode from the Slash Trax Network. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys have a great weekend. It should be Saturday when this is released. I'm looking forward to having Josh back in the studio. We're going to be reviewing and deep diving an episode of Pee-wee's Playhouse, the episode Rainy Day. It's from 1986. Just an absolutely fun episode. Big Pee-wee's Playhouse fan. Loved Paul Rubens. R.I.P. to the man. And yeah, leave your comments below. Hope to hear from you. Love to converse with you. And we'll be looking for you on the next one. See you later. Mahalo, dogs. I'm out.
He's fat!
Yep.
Josh and Alex got the groove. Fun facts making the headlines move. Sports and horror keep it tight. Warrior fuel for the fight. Pro wrestling on the screen. Spin the facts like a dream. Headlines rocking day and night. Slash Trax team out of sight. Jumpin' Jeff says, yep, alright. Tony laughs with pure delight. Slash Trax action news and gear. Every story crystal clear. Tune in for your daily dose. Josh and Alex coming close. From pro sports to ghastly scenes, they're the newscast kings and queens.